So Dr. Brand, what exactly is a concussion?
Concussion is a form of mild traumatic brain injury that happens anytime there's a blow to the head or a blow that transmits force up to the head.
And how frequent are they?
The CDC, the Center for Disease Control in the United States, estimates there may be as many as 3.8 million concussions in the U.S. related to recreation every year. But the true incidence isn't really known because it's estimated that 50% of concussions may not even be reported.
Okay. And what are the signs and symptoms of a concussion?
Some of the common signs and symptoms of a concussion could be someone who has a headache, which is the most common symptom of a concussion. Other signs that someone may be concussed would be that someone has difficulty with balance or remembering things. Maybe they have some nausea or difficulty concentrating.
Can you get those symptoms right away, or does it take a while for that to happen?
The response to a concussion is variable. Some of the symptoms can come on right away, but they may not necessarily come on immediately.
Okay. So is there anything that I can do to prevent a concussion either in myself or in my children?
There's nothing we can do to entirely do away with the risk of concussion in sport. The best thing we can do is try to decrease the risk by making sure we do things like playing with good sportsmanship, following the rules, and making sure that we're using proper safety equipment.
Okay. What should I do if I think that either I've suffered a concussion or one of my kids or one of their teammates have suffered a concussion?
If you or one of your children suffer a concussion, or even if you suspect you may have suffered a concussion, the safest thing to do is, when in doubt, sit them out.
And where should I take them?
The best thing to do if you suspect a concussion is to get evaluated by someone who is licensed and certified in managing sports concussions.
It was January 10th, 2005. I was 17 years old, and my high school basketball team was playing a varsity game, and it was around the second quarter, and I was going up for a rebound, and as I came down, the back of my head collided with the top of another girl's head. The next day, after the day I got hit, I went to school, and I was really sick. I knew I had a concussion because I suffered through a concussion my 7th grade year. I had all the symptoms: dizzy, nauseous, I couldn't focus in school. I continued to play a second game after that, and I passed out after the second game in the locker room. Basically, I was bedridden in my house for about 6 months straight. I slept on the couch because of the light. We had to put dark sheets over the windows. My mom and my sister had to help me walk around. I lost my balance. I couldn't really get that back for quite a while. I didn't know it could get this bad. All athletes have a strong will, and since we're young, we know that we have to suck it up, suck things up, whether, you sprain your ankle or you hurt your finger. You just go in the game and you shake it off, and you don't complain, you don't cry. But this is a brain and head we're talking about, and you can't suck it up. So unfortunately, instead of missing a game, I missed the season, I missed sports for the rest of my life, and I missed out on a great life that I could have had. You can find information on concussions at www.cdc.gov/concussion in youth sports.
You actually have to hit your head or get knocked out in order to suffer a concussion?
This is a common misconception about concussion. In fact, you don't have to even hit your head to get a concussion. The brain sits in the cerebral spinal fluid within the skull, and anytime you hit the head, there's a chance that that brain may be injured inside the skull. However, even if you hit another part of your body and that force transmits up to your brain, there's a chance the brain could be injured that way as well.
So Dr. Brand, is there any time when somebody should seek immediate medical attention if they've suffered a concussion or think they've suffered a concussion?
An athlete should seek immediate medical attention if there's certain signs or symptoms, such as if one pupil is larger than the other, if they have repeated vomiting or weakness, numbness, lack of coordination, or loss of consciousness.